19 or 20. But temperatures in northern areas will start to climb again as we head towards the weekend. And further south with some sunshine, we will again approach 30 degrees.
A female health worker is arrested on suspicion of the murder of 8 babies and the attempted murder of another 6. The arrest follows a long-running investigation into a high number of baby deaths at the Countess of Chester Hospital in 2015 and 2016. We'll have the latest, also on tonight's programme. The schoolboys trapped in a cave in Thailand. One of their football coaches says they are tough.
These are the kids that I have trained. They are strong. I built them up to play at a professional level.
The number of people dying from drug taking in Scotland is the highest since records began 20 years ago.
And coming up on Sports Day on BBC News, we are live on day 2 from Wimbledon, where the best of British have been in action. And we'll look ahead to England v Colombia at the World Cup.
Good evening. Welcome to the BBC News at 6. A healthcare professional has been arrested in Cheshire on the suspicion of murdering 8 babies and trying to murder 6 others. The woman's arrest is part of an investigation in Moscow. It is 17 minutes past 6, our top story tonight. A female health worker is arrested in Cheshire on suspicion of the murder of 8 babies and the attempted murder of another 6. Still to come, find out which familiar face is flying a secret mission with the RAF in the skies above the North Sea. More than 2/3 of lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender people avoid holding hands in public. That's according to the largest survey of its kind in this country of more than 100,000 people. The government has produced a 75-point plan to try to improve the lives of LGBT people in the UK, promising more support for schools, greater powers for the police to tackle hate crimes, and the creation of the post of National LGBT Health Advisor. More details from our Community Affairs correspondent, Adina Campbell.
The end of the week into the weekend, still very close to 30 degrees. Not much change at all, Jane.
Clearly not. All right, Ben, thanks very much for that. Ben Rich with the weather prospects. And that is all from the news at 6. So it's goodbye from everybody here on BBC One. We join the BBC's news teams wherever you are. Bye-bye.
Stories set to shape the news agenda. Headlines freshly written. Original perspectives on the day's unfolding narratives. See the bigger picture as it emerges. The Papers, weeknights at 10:40 on the BBC News Channel.
There are many movies out at the moment that are claiming to be comedies. This beats all of them. And on the one hand, it's a political tale. On the other hand, it is magic, realist fable. It is baggy and overlong. You can either just see it as a really good popcorn adventure or as something much deeper. That's what a proper cult movie looks like. My problem with it is I wanted it to be darker. The script is laughable, but not in a good way. This has proved so divisive. I was reminded of the friendship between Elliot and E.T. Every time anyone says mockumentary, immediately think, is it as good as Spinal Tap? The answer is no. Very smartly reinvented a franchise, and who thought that was possible? It does the thing that cinema is meant to do at its very best, to completely immerse you, to transport you, to take you to another world.
Words of Wisdom, the film review, available now on BBC iPlayer.
Hello, this is BBC News with Carol Walker. The headlines. A female healthcare worker is arrested on suspicion of murdering 8 babies and attempting to kill 6 others at a hospital in Chester. The 12 children and their football coach found alive in a cave in Thailand. Rescuers consider the best way to bring them to safety. Thailand has thanked 2 British divers who found the boys 9 days after they disappeared. Improving the lives of LGBT people, ministers promise an action plan to tackle discrimination and identify hate crime. Celebrating 100 years of the Royal Air Force, events planned across the country to mark the occasion. Well, in a moment it'll be time for Sports Day, but first let's take a look at what else is coming up this evening here on BBC News. We'll have the latest on the Thailand cave rescue as decisions are made about the best way to bring 12 children and their football coach to safety. Drug-related deaths reached their highest level in 20 years in Scotland. We'll be speaking to a woman who's been personally affected and discuss the steps she's taken to change lives. And we'll be talking you through the headlines in tomorrow's front pages with Katie Balls, the political correspondent at The Spectator, and Pippa Crerar, deputy political editor at The Guardian. That's at 10:45 and 11:30 this evening. Well, that's all ahead on BBC News, but now it's time for Sports Day.
Hello there, I'm Ollie Foster, live in Moscow. This is Sports Day at the World Cup. Here's what's coming up on the programme. England's